Great are you, Lord. I should probably put a message on Instagram that I'm on live now. I am fashionably late. I had to get my baby settled. Let's see. Okay, so I see you guys pouring in. Just gonna let everyone know. Let me just do this. Hey Eric, hi Mary. Just quickly. Alright people, I'm currently on live now, so if you saw my notification before, head over to YouTube because I'm now online. Alright people, I'm currently hello Dora! So if you saw my notification before, head over to YouTube because I'm now I had to put that up. Sorry guys, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning here in Toronto. So I'm not trying to look any type of way right now. It's just way too late for that. And I had a pretty long day. I just got my son to bed. I had to get my mom off to work. So, hey honey. Hey Emmanuel. Yep, so I just had to get my mom off to work. So I'm like, that's the only way I'm gonna be able to do this live is if like the house is completely, what in my terms, settled. I'm just going outside right now for a cigarette. Do not judge me, I do smoke. So, I'll be smoking on a live. So what's been going on in the world of the seers, in the YouTube world of seers? I feel like I've been, like it's only been 3 weeks, but it feels longer than that. I feel like I've been away from everything. And yeah. Because it's been so, like, I've literally been the hermit. Like, I've just been, like, into myself, like, really going through meditation and prayer. Like, I'm really not sweating a whole lot, just staying to myself. I guess that's why I feel out of the loop. Okay, I don't see any comments. So tell me, everybody, since we just had the lunar eclipse, and we're now in Mercury retrograde, how has it been treating you guys? Let me know. Let me get some feedback. On YouTube. I just haven't been on YouTube. You know what? You know what's been getting my money that I've been watching on YouTube? Okay, the light went out. It's on censor. I've been watching a lot of Catfish. And since we don't have it here on MTV Canada, I guess I can't watch it. I have to watch it on YouTube. I've been having to buy episodes. They're only $1.99 an episode, but I've been watching it, like certain episodes. What I do want to watch is Trolls, because I used to be really on Vine. Like, I used to be big on Vine. When I say big on Vine, I mean I used to really like be like a huge Vine like watcher. And there's this guy named Real Camionce and Rolling Ray, and they got beef. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I have to see the full episode. I haven't checked if YouTube has it yet, but I'm gonna actually go take a look later. Oh fuck yeah, exes are coming back. I actually spoke to my ex-husband like sometime last week. It was really weird. Like, don't get me wrong, I had talked to him recent before, but like this time that we spoke, we actually had a really good conversation. It was it's very strange. Okay, let me see what does the comment say? I just missed that. I just missed what did it say. Okay, I didn't get a chance to see the blood moon where I live. I think that it could only be seen on the eastern hemisphere. So meaning like you would have to be like, I guess in like the European, like Asian side of the world to see it. Like it can't be seen from where we are. I saw the moon. It was huge, but I didn't see like the eclipse or whatever. It was so huge. Even leading up to it, the day of. Scorpio nighttime, of course. You know I'm a complete insomniac. I've been like that from young. Okay, so Mercury retrograde is when the planet Mercury is moving away from the Earth. So planet Mercury is very, especially in this world where we're in such a very like internet, electronic, fast forward world. It affects electronics, communication, anything that is used by the source of air. So like radio, internet, conversation, things like that. Like, for example, for me, like Mercury retrograde, I usually always get hit like the week before, and it always has to do with like something that has to do with my phone or something that has to do with like House of Starres. And that's because my business is in a very, like what I do is a very air-based business, meaning that a lot of my clients I communicate with them online, and everything is done over phone, things like that. So that's what applies in retrograde. Usually sometimes I find retrograde a time where like certain emotions or thoughts, oh yeah, so because Mercury is ruled by the mind, thoughts, or things that you need to let go kind of resurface, or communication for the past because it happens at that time. The lunar eclipse. Now it all depends on when it lands. So like depending on what planets affect when it actually takes place. So for example, say like if you were to have a lunar eclipse full moon in well, we are in Saturn retrograde, but like in certain retrogrades, it's like it kind of amplifies the effect of that moon. So, and a lunar eclipse is very powerful. So like for example, this lunar eclipse that just passed wouldn't be a time for you to like manifest anything. It would be more of a time of releasing, purging, you know, meditating, things like that, kind of going within and purging of things that no longer serve you. I just saw a comment and I missed it. What was it? Thank you, Jamaican gal. Thank you so much. I just feel like when I do those videos like that, like I do what's on, oh my gosh, oh, cancel. I do what's on my heart, like what God is like speaking to me and saying. Yeah. Right. It's not usually the best time to do it right now. But like things should subside within a week. This retrograde is not that long. I think it should be done by the 18th. So it's like just hold your horses. And then Saturn is going back direct, which is like the ruler of karma and stuff like that. So like that's really good. As well. I would say like a lot of people are gonna start to feel a little bit more motivated and more like driven to do things. Oh, did I? That's awesome. A lot of things are coming to pass. Like things are starting to feel like they're moving more in motion by like September. I feel like 2019 is a reaping year, like a very reaping year. Like it's more or less like if you are not doing anything to kind of set yourself up, then the train's just gonna miss you, you know? Sorry. Yeah, your sun's in Leo. My moon's in Leo. I like Leos. My girl's birthday's today. I just called her just to let her know it was, tell her happy birthday. But the grace of God, I was the first one. I'm a Gemini moon and an Aries rising. Oh, wow. My son's a Gemini moon. I find Gemini moons, they have that way of being, not confrontational, that's not the word I'm looking for. But they have their ways of getting them. They like to be a little bit gossipy. Oh, you're Leo rising. So I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio sun. I'm a Leo moon, and I'm a Sagittarius rising, which is so me. And then my Mars is in Libra, and my Venus is in Libra, like, which is so accurate. My sister's in Aries, Gemini rising, and a Pisces moon. Oh wow, I'm a Gemini moon, Scorpio rising, and a Leo moon. Oh wow, that's a mix and a half. Yeah, I was a gossip queen. Yes, like you're like Geminis, man. They have that. Like if you want tea, they're. His rising's is Sag, like mine as well, and his moon's in Gemini. So I'm gonna have myself quite the handful when he gets older. Have you guys seen this movie? Hold on a second. I'm watching this.
What did she tell you? How she met Jonah. How she used it.
It's called Swimming Pool.
How's your book going?
And it's kind of like an indie kind of movie. The book is really famous, but like it's very indie-like. But I really like it for some reason. So I'm watching. May I ask, would you be interested in doing a miniature on Neil Wilson? See, the thing is, as I don't know if all you guys know. If you guys probably know because you guys have been watching my radio. I gave my life back to the Lord, and I've kind of been steering away from mediumship. Like I will read on the person, even if they pass, but I really don't like to tap into the person, just because realistically, how do I really know that I'm actually really talking to her? Like I don't have a direct lineage to her. Like say like if it was a situation like her family member came to me and got the reading, like I could be, you know what I mean? So I've kind of steered away from doing mediumship readings. If you guys probably noticed that, I've actually not been a huge fan of doing mediumship readings that much on my page. Like I know there's a lot of psychics on YouTube that like do readings on a lot of celebrities that have passed, but that's just kind of not my thing anymore. It was really my thing before, but it's definitely my thing now. Yeah, like I can read on the situation and see what's gonna happen. That's definitely something. I know I have a lot of catching up to do, and I know this is weird. Like I usually like to do videos when the topic is hot, just because people care to hear about it more. But people have come to me and asked me to read on certain situations, like Demi Lovato, and I was thinking maybe I could do a reading on her. I don't know, man. I don't know if she's ever gonna come back and be the same. Like her energy is just really low. Like she really did herself in on this one. Like I don't know. Like it'll be by the grace of God, if she gets better. But like I don't know. She really did herself in on this one. Yeah, that's what I think too. I sense that. Yeah. I felt it. Like, cause somebody messaged me on Instagram and they're like, "Can I read on her?" And I like just tapped in quickly and I was like, no. Yeah, like I'm like, no, she did herself in on this one. It's bad. Yeah, poor Demi. But that's the entertainment world, you know what I mean? And I don't know, like I really like I just don't understand what happens to these children's stars. You know what I mean? Yeah, she has. And these children's stars like messed up. Not even. I could probably say even higher than that. Okay, 95%. The only kids that I've seen that were ever child celebs that seem to be normal of some sort are the Sprouse brothers. The Sprouse twins, they're the only ones I've seen that have been like, they came out okay. Other than that, everyone else seems like, it's just like, what do they do to you? What do they condition you? How do they condition you? You know what? I think I'm gonna look into that because there has to be some conditioning. You and I, obviously, anyone here knows, like, a lot of these people take oaths and stuff like that, and so when contracts are up, you know what happens, right? So, yeah. My eyebrows. I got my eyebrows done the other day. I just did a little cleanup. I don't see any comments. I'll just sit here like, what the heck? Hey, Emma. I do. Like, I always take selfies because, like, no one ever, like, my parents are so, like, technology illiterate. So it's not like I could be like, take a photo of me. And definitely Ocean is not at an age that he could take pictures of me. He would just take the camera, run away to eat it. Or so, I'm like, I don't have, especially recently, I have, like, no full body pics. Or, like, not even from the waist up. They're all, like, just selfies. And I hate going on somebody's page. It's not like, okay, it's not like it's a big deal, like, because some people take selfies, but they're really good at angling, and it seems like I'm not. Yeah, Offset, I know he means I bought. Yes, he's good. He's getting so big, and he's starting to pray now. It's obviously baby like chatter, but like he like mimics me. Like when I pray in the house and stuff, like even the gestures I do, like I'll put on like gospel music, and he would be like yeah, and praying around the whole house. Yeah. And whenever I pray, he's like happy or stuff. We're thinking about what you said and drop knowledge, and we have to think and digest what you say. What did I miss? Sorry, I missed what you said, Eric. I know. Thank you. I swear that little boy has been a blessing to me. I remember when he turned a year old, which was in April. Like I sat in my bed that night and I bawled. I bawled my eyes out because I'm like, people like no one knows my story, like what I went through the year coming up into having him, and it was like wow, here we are, his first year of life, like the most precious gift in the world. Is this insane? Finally caught you alive. Hi, Anna. Can you read into Black China and Harmometers? Okay, here's the thing. This is what I get from China's mother and China. I honestly feel at the end of the day, we can never choose our parents. Like, everyone has issues with their parents. You know what I mean? But, like, no matter what, depending on what kind of mother you had, it's like, you should always be, hey, I know, Lamar, I had to come on later. Sorry, because, like, I had to get my baby to bed and my mom off to work. When you said there's no comment, there were no comments. Don't take it personally. Oh, no, I know, no. I know that. Like, it's just that I'm not taking it personally, Eric. It's just that sometimes I'm, like, looking at the screen, and I just feel like I'm just staring into space. It's like, I look weird. But no, Black China's mom is one of those moms, like, Black China had to grow up rough. Like, I don't think, like, Black China's mom was one of those moms that were, like, she was, like, one of those fend for yourself kind of mothers. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like, if you want that new shoes, you better get them shoes yourself. Like, when you're 18, you need to get the fuck out of my house. Like, that's what I feel. I honestly feel like the only reason why she reconnected with her mom was for the Robin China show. That's what I think. I think other than that, like, she may have been talking to her here and there, but she wasn't really fooling with her like that. And I think now when thank you. I think now that she's just like, there you go, like, Black China's grandmother raised her. Right. Like, I think now it's just like her mom is just kind of looking for the handouts, and if she doesn't get the response or get what she wants, it's an issue. So that's what I feel. Like, I feel like there's better ways of how China could have dealt with her mom. Like, she could have been a little bit more. But I'm not gonna sit here and try to act like I'm not. I don't think that if from my perspective, if from my view and what I sense, I wouldn't put it all on China. I wouldn't put it all on China at all. Like, yeah. Oh, you are. Thanks, Eric, for the subscription. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. Black China's mom be doing too much. Just doing too much. Like, she's just like one of those, like, she's just, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, judge a lady, but she's just, she comes from a very, as the white people would say, she's very urban, inner city urban mother. Her mom is hurt though. She definitely is. But like, you know, it's not like you ever get a manual with how to raise. But you know, that's how white people are like. I'm not saying anything towards white people, but like I'm just saying that coming from a black perspective, there's and it's not even like white people in general. I could say that privileged Caucasian people. There's like a reference. There's certain terms of how they refer to black people without saying ghetto, and one of them is saying urban, inner city kind of environment. You know, it's a very polite, plucked up way of saying like, bitch, you're ghetto, okay, and not the good kind. It is funny. Like, I laugh at it. Or hood rat. Like, I laugh at it. I find it to be funny. Like, it is. Like, it is. But yeah, she's that kind of lady. She's. Oh my gosh, Trump. Ugh. I just don't. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit desensitized to Trump because I am Canadian. Though I should, in some ways, take heed, considering the fact that majority of my clients are, a lot of you guys are from America. Not to mention too, like, Canada does do trades with the United States, and kind of been like shadowing how America is and like certain things they're doing. But Trump, oh my gosh, I don't even feel like Trump's doing anything. Like, I just feel like he's just like running around, like he's doing what he feels appeases him, or he's making moves for himself. So like when he gets out of office, those certain moves that he makes within the government will always help his family flourish. That's what I really feel like Trump is on. But you already know these things are all premeditated. It's like a gamble. It's like it's almost like pulling out a friggin' name out of a hat. How they deal with this, no matter what the votes are or what the votes say. Like, I just don't feel like it's really up to the people, even though they try to make it seem it is. Yeah, it does. Like, I just don't take, like, he just reminds me of like a very like narcissistic, like delusional, diluted individual. Like, he is like ignorance is bliss. Like, he just in his own like realm of who he is. It's just blah. See that, Felipe? Vanny, hello. I am doing great by the grace of God. Just in my own little realm. I'm just becoming, yeah, Mama Bear. Because of who's trying to be more affectionate with emotion, not romantically. See, it depends. Like, your personality is your personality. Like, some people don't have the most outgoing emotional personality, but doesn't necessarily mean there are people that do not care. Um, I feel like to deal with, if that's not your thing, being outwardly emotional, I think practicing a great deal of empathy for others can help how you deal with certain people. Just how you know how to match their energy so that you're being sensitive to their needs or sensitive to their emotions. Yeah, I feel like so too. I do. Like, I wish I did so much more this summer though. I didn't do a whole lot. Like not as much as I thought I was gonna do. And I don't know if anyone's been paying attention to news, but there's been a lot of crazy shit been happening in Toronto. Like, so many fucking shootings. There was actually two mass shootings. One in April and one recently, like unprovoked shootings, where literally like there was a van attack where a man rented a van and was just running people over, and there was another shooting, and this is actually not too far from both of them actually took place not too far from where I live, but it was this place specific is a place that I usually would go and party. And yeah, so like and also there was a shooting at a park. These two kids got hit playing so like I'm just like, it's kind of discouraged me to be like my carefree running about self like I usually am. And I've been very, especially now that I'm a mom, I'm like, even with Ocean, like when I usually would take him to the park or take him downtown and do stuff like that, I'm like, oh no, I'm not trying to do that. Yeah, like it's just been so many shootings, like a lot, like our death rate through shootings is higher than New York right now. Now, like how they rate it is not like by specific numbers, it's by per capita. So meaning like, I think per capita is like per 100,000. So how many people are murdered by guns by 100 for every 100,000 that is in that city. And considering how Toronto only has 6 million people opposed to like New York where it's like 30 million, I think, it's like huge for the amount of shootings that are here. Yeah, like a lot. No, guns are not banned in Canada. They're thinking about banning them. Don't get me wrong, there are very strict conservative laws towards guns here. It's not like it is in the States where it's so easily and readily accessible. But that's something they're actually looking into, like completely banning guns in the country. Because we have Canada is only 30 million people nationwide. So shootings like this and this becoming a habit is not a good look for the small population that we have in range in comparison. I wish they would too. But you already know, like these things are provoked, energetically provoked. Like there's things that are being programmed into us as we go on social media, even things in the air, the way that we think, like all the things, like for example, like a lot of people have been going through depression, you know what I mean? And that's always been an epidemic for a lot of us. But the way that it's being, like things going on or mental illness, I feel like it's at such an alarming rate at this time. And I feel like it's like they're systematically programming us to feel like we are stuck. Because like the only way, like, when has anyone felt the most stuck in their life? When they have been going through depression or any kind of mental anxiety or anything. That's of the devil, you know? Yeah, like I have to too. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm on social media a little bit too much. Just because I'm more of an internet person, I don't care to watch TV. But I was literally thinking that like I need to go on a social media diet and only really be on for constructive reasons. Yeah. Like, I think I just need to go. I don't go on Facebook. Yeah, like, I don't go on Facebook really much. I really only, like, House of Stars is the only thing that really brings me to Facebook. But I'm on Instagram a lot. Actually, to be honest, I'm always on Instagram. That's what I'm on. Like, because you know, you can go to some pages, you can watch some videos, you watch videos, you watch this, you get so fucking caught up. Like, shit, I could tell you every post that was posted on Shade Room today. Like, and I've never really been like a social media person, but lately I find I've really been like on it, and I'm like, damn, like I need to take like I need a diet, like I need a social media diet. I love Shade Room. I love the Shade Room. There's two pages I always go to. I go to Shade Room. There's like this lower page that's actually like coming up. It's called The Emerged. I always watch their videos too. Reality TV too. I will go on that page and just sit there and binge watch all these reality shows. Um, Daquan, I used to go to his page a lot. His page used to be like popping, but he barely posts anymore. He'll post like one or two posts a day. Before he used to post like so much content, but now he doesn't. But yeah. Oh, so let's see. What should we talk about? You guys throw a topic at me. What should we talk about? It was Drake's baby. I don't think it was not his kid. So this is trying to be programmed for the one who were older. That's what I believe. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. This world is just getting more and more corrupt. It's always been, but it's always been. Like, you know, it's just that now we have different measures. And for somebody dealing with creative block. Emmanuel, the best thing that I think that you should do is that you can do a little prayer. Pray, just meditation too is a really good thing. But I also feel like you should actually light an orange candle. And an orange candle and get yourself some orange oil. Because the color orange and orange oil are things that kind of stimulate creativity. Especially orange oil is really good for calming. It has really good calming effects. I love orange oil. And somebody asked, do I practice voodoo? No, I don't. I do not. I would say that I identify myself as being a Christian spiritualist. Yeah, it is. I love, like, orange oil is so good. And, like, I don't even think you need to put anything crazy in it. Just get, like, an orange candle. It can even be a big orange candlestick. And just anoint it with some orange oil and just light the candle. And, like, whatever creative outlet that you do. So I don't know if you're blocked in writing or if you're blocked in... And just, like, just fumble around. And that will definitely open things up. It's who you are. It's who you are. So what shall we... Do you think people are waking up? Oh, frig, yeah. People are waking up, but at the same time, what can we do? The only thing we could do is make the side and go with the light. What do you think? What do you think about the law of attraction? Allah to me is like praise to God. Okay, so this is like what I was trying to say in my video essentially, because what ended up happening is I started to record my video. As I started to record it, I realized I made space, but since I was on a good flow in my video, I didn't want to stop it, so I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to try to like condense what I'm saying in the 14 minutes that I have. Since I don't have the 14, so since I could speak a little bit more freely about this, okay, so you have to understand that from everything that is bad or anything that is subgenre is always taken from a source, and hence why I actually put up that verse, which was Matthew. Gosh, I gotta look it up. That Matthew verse. I gotta look at my other phone. But Matthew something where it talked about like if you pray and you believe wholeheartedly in your spirit that it will actually come to pass. If you visualize and believe that you actually are going to do it, you shall receive it. So that's pretty much it. It's like believing in yourself. Manifestation, which is of self. A lot of times you could attract the negative if you think the negative too. But when you give your worries to the Lord, and you actually give your issues to the Lord and like pray and ask for His guidance, He will always give you what you need, and He will give it to you flawlessly. And also, He will help you release the burdens that are holding you back from attaining what it is that you desire. That's what God can do. Her dad just wants money. Are you able to tap into Meghan Markle why he keeps talking to the media? I feel like her dad just likes the attention. I feel like her dad just likes the attention. And I feel like you're right. I feel like he feels like some kind of money or something may come down the mill. That's what I feel like it is. He just likes the freaking attention. I just messed up. Shane Dawson, have you conspiracies that she has made? I've not watched Shane Dawson. I have not, but I shall watch Shane Dawson. I will definitely look into that. Right. And it backfired to the asses. Yeah. That's the thing. You got to be careful, man, about what you do to people. You don't know whose hands God has their hands on. Do you think the veil between our world and the spiritual world is getting thinner? I definitely do. I completely do. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. Yes. And like we like to say in Jamaica, who God bless, no man can curse. You understand? I said, who God bless, no man can curse. That's what I'm telling you. I love my daddy. I love God so much. To send back, wake up to the one that sent it to you. Is it possible? Like a picture of myself grabbing a bulb, energy, and sending it back in. Leave it to the Lord. I feel like you need to pray. And I feel like I always feels like so repetitive. Like I'm like, you just need to pray. But it's true. Like you really just need to pray. Just talk to God. Just ask God. He will help you. I feel like you need to pray. There's certain Psalms that are associated with leaving things to God and God doing what is just if you are faced with injustice. So like Psalm 7 is good for that. Psalm 35 is good for that. Psalm 37 is good for that. There's other Psalms, I can't think of those, but those are the three that are coming like in my head like as I speak. One of my favorite Psalms for protection is Psalms 91. Especially when you're dealing with like spiritual attack, and a spiritual attack that could be coming from somebody else. Psalms 91 is a really good one. Like hold on, let me get my digital Bible. Hold on. Which is on my phone. That's my sent you story by Tree Starbell. Okay, he sent me a story. Aw, thanks. on a second. I've been wanting to find my Bible. Just download the app. That's what I did. Cause like I connect, like I could. So I was like, I can't find it all. I don't even know where my Bible is. My son was playing with it. I don't know where he put it. So I just downloaded the app, and it just sends you motivational stuff every day, like verses of the day. Oh gosh, yeah. Which I like that because a lot of them have been aligned with like things that I've been going through or like what I've needed to see. Like I needed to see this. Like cast your cares onto the Lord and he will sustain you. He will never let you the righteous be shaken. That's okay, so let me read Psalms 91. And every time I read Psalms 91, I get so emotional. 91. Okay, I'm going to read the NIV version because King James is, sometimes it's just like, the age of the language that's used in it. You gotta, okay, so like, okay, so this is something that I love. One of my favorite verses from Psalms 91 that really talks about protection, especially if somebody's doing darkness to you. This is really good. It says, which would be Psalms 3, Psalms 4, okay, Psalms 3 to Psalms 8. I love this. I'll read it now. Okay. Surely he will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrows that fly by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say, the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent, for he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. How promising is that? Yeah, like whenever I feel like, or if I felt like somebody's been doing stuff, like I would always read that. Like, I will not fear the arrows that fly at night, nor the pestilence that stalk in the midday. Yeah, I really love that. And yeah, so it talks like a lot about reassurance that covering. And if you say that Jesus is Lord, like if you say that he is your salvation, what spiritual things should I avoid tampering with? Okay, let's say in voodoo, I think you light a white candle and then Psalms 23rd for protection. Exactly. Psalms 23rd is like a definitely like a go-to for sure. But I find there's different psalms that are very, very powerful. What spiritual things to avoid tampering with? I'm not going to talk against divination because that would be very hypocritical of me, even though I am a channeler. But I would say divination is dangerous, or like certain divinations can be dangerous for the simple fact that you're kind of opening a portal of anything to be able to come through. And essentially, doing that, as humans, we're not supposed to be in contact with things like that. Like, yeah, definitely, like a Ouija is like a dead spot on, like, go to, like, a nah. Like, let's not to be doing that, you know? Oh, I can't like my video. Ooh. Ooh. It is. I played with it, the last time I ever played with a Ouija board, I was like 10 years old. And that was the last time. After that situation, I was so shooken. I was like, I'm like, I'm not going there again. Ooh, what the heck? How did that happen? Oh, I'm seeing myself and watching myself watch myself. It's cute and echoing. Okay, let's turn it off because that's crazy. I'm gonna say, do you think Azila would ever find success this year or ever? Like she feels like a constant state of stress and depression. Azealia has to do what Azealia needs to do to make that happen. A lot of her battles are just spiritual. Like she just has to do. She needs to create balance spiritually around her. I think so, but she just has to want it. I don't know. I feel bad for Zila. Like I don't know. It's and not in a pity way, just kind of like more in a way like I hope she gets it. You know, like I hope that God like just performs a miracle in her life, just to give her that balance and that breakthrough she needs. Not just in her career, but within herself, so that she can release and be able to allow herself to like progress. Like that's one of my prayers for her. Yeah, yeah, she does. She does not do. It's not Santeria. It's Palo. She does Palo Mayumbe. I think that's what she does. She does. Like certain things you do, like when you work with certain like spirits, like yo, the I'm telling you, the debt is so big, the debt's so big, like you can just never keep up. You're always gonna mess up somewhere. You're always gonna mess up somewhere. That's why it's like I've just never been a fan. It's like you're always in debt. Like you're always like there's no such thing. Like it's just you know, and as humans we easily get tricked into thinking that you know we sit in prisons and we don't even know we are, and I'll be the first to say it because I went through that myself, before I gave my life to the Lord. Like I was very like, I was never into dark magic or anything like that. Like I really only like I was really deep into magic though. Like I was doing a lot of magic and stuff like that, and I was getting really like I would say not deity happy, but I was really like working with saints. I was very big on working with the saints and stuff, my ancestors. And I'm not saying that saints are bad, or I'm not saying that saints you can't ask saints for anything, but they are intercessors. You know what I mean? Like they are, meaning that you can go through them to attain what you desire, but at the end of the day, they're not God. Like their powers are limited in that regard. You understand? And I got really, really caught up until I was faced with a situation where if I knew I only could go to God for it. Um, but yeah, ooh, like sometimes, like you be thinking that, oh, um, you have a lot of stuff around you. But sometimes you could be sitting there thinking that there's a lot of times you be thinking people are throwing at you. Ain't nobody throwing at you. You're like dealing with blowback and you don't even know it. You know? And blowback doesn't necessarily have to come from you sending something out. You could even like do like a spell on somebody, for example. That's like kind of gotten like I've kind of, if anyone knows me, like I've got to a place where I stopped doing work for people because it's like I'll be doing work with people, and like sometimes you don't get to see, you can't see, or you're not gonna know what's there until you do the work. And then I would get blowback, and sometimes it's like what I find would happen, it doesn't show up right away. Sometimes it's like a couple of days after, or a few days after, a week after. You're like, holy shit, hold on. You know what I'm saying? So it gets tricky. It gets really, really tricky. That's why I'm like, just you're better off kind of giving a lot of it to God, because He'll deal with it. Yes, I did. I even predicted that he was gonna become Christian. I didn't like, I remember the video I was saying like he's gonna become really spiritual and stuff, and I wasn't really seeing what it meant. But then when I look back, I'm like, oh yeah, he did give his life to the Lord at one point. Yeah, he is. I don't know about them churches, bruh. Exactly. You have to protect yourself. I feel like anytime you do candle flow, you have to protect yourself. It's not just yourself. Like, you may be fine, but you can fuck up your environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, say, for example, like, you could be fine and say, all right, like, you're good, but, like, your environment will be all messed up. What would I say, though? What you said? Somebody said something, and I just freaking missed it, man. Hold on. No, that's not it. Yeah. This is what you understand, that at the same time, like, that's why I'm like, focus on this love. You can't focus on the culture, especially when it comes to like certain churches, because people are people. Like, they're not angels. Just because they're a pastor doesn't mean all of a sudden that they get an angel status, or an angel assumes their body and carries out the work. Like, they're still people. They have their own trials and things that they have to go through, right? So you got to be careful of that. That's why you just have to, How do you feel about Drake's new album? His sales are not good, but he seems to be getting more and more popular. He said he never. Okay. Drake, have you ever looked at a celebrity and see that they're... Oh, frig, yeah. I feel like Drake, like... Okay, when I think about the industry and I see a lot of things, it's not about popularity. It's not about the people. It's about who brings money, who makes money. So even if Drake's album did not bring a lot of sales, he has a fan base strong enough that he will still get the recognition that he deserves, because of like the dues that he's already paid in the industry and the plateau where he is in the industry. You know what I mean? It's almost like, I feel like it's like stacking blocks. It's like who's on top, who has more power at that time, whatever. You know what I mean? Have you ever looked at a celebrity and seen that they know who they portray? Oh yeah, a lot. Especially when I came into my spirituality, like that definitely opened a floodgate of seeing people for what they are. You know what I mean? Like Jay-Z and Beyonce, they're into different things that are, Oh yeah, I've seen that video. Like it's like a young Spanish girl that she went to hell, heaven, and hell. She saw Selena. I believe it. A lot of these people, like I said, like a lot of people in these industry, they make certain oaths. And if you make certain oaths and sell your soul, for example, for success, like, where are you going to go? What's going to end up happening to you? But that's the price you pay when you want, like, success that bad. I mean, who knows how it's even presented to them? Maybe they don't even know what the hell they're doing half the time. But you did what you did. She was in the industry, of course. That kind of success, of course. Even if she was not about that, she would be approached. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. Eh, soon enough. I would say within the next 2 years, people won't be talking to them as much. Oh yeah, definitely. Beyonce definitely did. Like based on me seeing it, or like hit, based on the idea of it happening. Yeah. Who's YouTube fan? Who are you? What's your name, YouTube fan? I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, Ashun definitely has her head. Yeah. They'll just stick together for as long as they can. I don't think they're gonna last that long. I don't know. I don't. I never really got that feeling. I don't think like Kylie like really like she didn't love Travis like how she loved Tyga. I think that she cared about him and they were dating and stuff and it's what's work and then she got pregnant. That's what I think. Oh, okay. I was like, he does. He doesn't care. I don't even think she cares about him. Like they don't care about each other. I feel like they're two people that decently liked each other and were attracted to each other, and then they were dating. They were having sex. Probably the sex is amazing. She got pregnant. She's Kylie Jenner. She has money. Why would she throw away belly? And she has the kid. And like I feel like they get along decently, and that's what keeps the relationship going. But I don't really feel like those deep love vibes in the relationship at all. I feel like they kind of just do what they're doing together. Like I'm not getting that. Not like how her and Tyga was. No. Like Tyga was her one true love. Like I feel like she really cared about Tyga, and Tyga really cared about her. I'm not sure. I never heard that. What type that he was dating? Kendall. I never heard that. I'm gonna have myself a little snackage. I just want a couple of crackers, and I bought tea biscuits. I don't know where they are. What are my tea biscuits? There we go. Boom. I did my candles and I'm excited to see get the statue. How's it burning, Lamar? Saint Expedite is amazing. He's very fast. I'm telling you, if you need something splickety split, trust me, he's that dude to go to. Hold on, let me just do this here, guys. It's very bummy. I just need to. Let's make myself a snack. What do you see for Shawn Mendes? Who's Shawn Mendes? I've been hearing his name all the time. I've been hearing about this kid, but I have no idea who he is. No, Suzanne. What the hell is this? Guys. Let me see. Big nicely. Okay, awesome. Is it burning fast or is it burning slow? That's what I need to figure out. Oh, that's too much cheese. Gosh. I cut way too much cheese. What am I doing? Oh. I had a complete brain fog. Okay, I'll give that to the dog. Put that there. Okay. I'm gonna go back to his little comments. Let me see what I missed. Oh, Shawn Mendes, okay. I want to say hello to you and everyone that's logged in. Do you believe that Lala and Anthony is really dating Drake? I would not be surprised if she actually is. Drake's always seen somebody fuck. Drake talks to like 3, 4, 5 girls at the same time. But I wouldn't be surprised. But she gets caught by Drake's spell, because Drake always makes every girl think that they're the only ones. At all times. There's something so great about them. Oh, it's just me and you. And really, he's like a fuck nigga through and through. He's like the fuck nigga. I feel like Drake encourages men to be the way they are. Hence why, like, no girl out here can really find a good dude. And like, Drake to me just comes off fake. I just feel like he's fake. Like, he's just Drake's the kind of nigga that will tell you, like, you look good and you're so sexy, you look great, whatever. When meanwhile back in the ranch, he looks like a fucking fool, and he'll make you go out in the streets and look like a fool and embarrass your damn self. That's the kind of Drake. That's how Drake is. Where's this? Oh, I just seen that when I was coming in, and I was like, what the fuck was that? And I saw that when I was coming in, and I was just like, okay, what is this button? But it was asking me all these questions. I'm like, forget that. Okay, good night. Good night, Vanessa, my boom boom. Hey, 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 hey. He's like the fuck nigga messiah. It's 2:52. What, Lamar's going to bed? Wait, what did I miss? I can't see who's in the room unless you talk. It's true. Just because the veils are more thinner at that time. That's why you see a lot of paranormal activity happen around that time. How I think he's gay. Oh, that is. And I was like looking at something like, yeah. Let me Google Shawn Mendes because I don't know who that is. I've heard of him, like I don't even know how he looks like. He used to right before my like would do nothing for me. Is he the guy that was like a YouTuber and he turned like a big star? No, I think he's straight. I would say the energy, I would say like he's straight. Yeah, I feel like he's straight. I would say he's gender fluid. You're dating a female again? Who? Who are we talking about? To be honest, another reader said that he will date another female that. Yeah, like he's like, I don't know, like I don't get fully gay from him. They're kind of bi. Like open. Huh. He's 19. Wow, he's a baby. Oh, Tom Cruise is bi, for sure. I swear. I feel like him, Will Smith, Jamie Foxx, all of them, they were swingers. I think they used to have sex orgy parties together. Mm. Oh, I heard about that. That duck boat accident. They've been really hush hush about things. Like even the girl that got stabbed at the subway station. Like I know they're talking about it, but they're being really hush hush about it. Yeah, I think they're all bisexual. Oh yeah. Like I'm telling you, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, Tom Cruise, who the fuck is them? Like Katie Holmes, like there's a one point where I feel like they all used to sleep with each other. Hi Gemini 86. They can be a headache. I don't know if I could date a bisexual man. It's hard. It's hard. Just because it's like, I feel like I could believe as a bisexual male that there's a huge chance that you're probably like, that you will obviously, whoever you're dating is who you're dating. But at the same time, you still are open to having sex with the same sex. So a lot of times, and I know this sounds very judgmental, very, very opinionated for somebody that probably doesn't have a whole lot of background in knowing what I'm talking about right now. But I find that, like, I find for bisexual men, it's easy for them to be in a relationship with somebody, and I feel like they can probably commit to somebody, of course, yes. But it's like, it makes them easily receptive to cheat with the opposite sex or whatever sex that they're not dating on the side. Like they're always looking to fill that. You know what I mean? Like say if you're a man and you're with a man, you will turn around and low key be like fucking girls on the side. Or if you're like a guy, like with a girl, like you'll be low key fucking guys on the side. A lot of times you see bisexual men, they will be with a woman, be married to a woman, and they have like men that they're sleeping with on the side. Like shit like that. You know what I mean? Like that's why I'm like, I don't know. In that regard, like I'm not secure enough to be with a bisexual man. Yeah. One of my high school friends goes to LA parties weekly. He says that male and female cells are bi, gay, or download. Oh yes, very much so. A lot of them are. A lot of them are DL. Like I'm not gonna say too much, but I know, like dealing with the line of work that I do, you come across a lot of people that have dated or in relationships or had illicit affairs with certain celebrities. And you hear some shit where it's like, it's not surprising. Hold on. 1 second. Sorry, I'm fixing my head wrap because it's looking all janky right now. And I'm just letting you guys know that my phone is on 15%. I'm tired. But that's what I feel about bisexual men. Like if I'm gonna be with a girl, I want to date a girl that dates girls and wants to be with a girl. And if I'm gonna date a guy, I date a guy that likes girls. And I know I could be talking a lot of shit, but that's just my insecurities and my feelings about it. Yeah, they are swingers. They are. They were swingers. They're swingers. And a lot of celebs do that. A lot of celebrities are not impartial for the group sex scenarios. Trust me. And it happens a lot. Like they sleep with each other's wives and shit like that. It ain't nothing to them. I don't know why I've been getting this feeling this whole night. Like I keep on feeling like I have something to do when I know I ain't got shit to do. Like today, earlier, I was feeling like I have to do a reading. I have to do a reading. Like my time felt like, okay, like don't do this for too long because you got a reading. And I knew like damn well I had no one booked. And today I feel like, oh, I gotta go do this for my channel. I have to go do this, and I'm like, wait, like I'm on it right now. I don't need to do this. What can we expect from future videos? Oh my gosh. Girl, I would want to tell you, but I hate saying things. So like, I hate saying something and then I don't do it. And it just sounds like I'm just saying a bunch of things on record that don't ever happen. So, just hang tight. Let's just say that I'm really, really trying to work on being consistent. To be honest, I don't know what happened the last 3 weeks. Like, to be honest, I just didn't feel like doing videos. Like, and it's not because it was a labor of it or anything like that. It was just like, I really felt like I just needed to, like, sit in solitude and, like be in the Word. And I just shut myself off. Like, I would just do the readings I had to do. And other than that, I was in solitude, praying, doing what I gotta do. I know, but you know, at the same time, like especially like since they implemented like the YouTube algorithm and stuff like that, like some people are not seeing my videos, and it's like I do need consistency is key, And I, not just that, like I do want to, like I do give myself time to enjoy my son and everything like that, but it's just like I don't want to ever feel like I'm not working towards something or working and doing something. You know, I don't like I don't ever like the feeling of feeling that I'm being unproductive. That's what I feel. Not just that, like personal stuff is more like healing. Like I've been going through a lot of healing. And like letting go and forgiveness and things like that. And do the best at what you do, especially the job that I'm doing right now, if I am not taking care of myself. And I've always been a person that's been very selfless. And you know, becoming a mother as well, you become very selfless. Yeah, I agree with Eric. Like, so like it's like you gotta always, you have to maintain yourself, and I've been allowing myself to do that. Like, okay, because you guys don't need to be getting my services, paying me. It's not like this is an issue because I'm pretty good at putting my shit aside when I deal with clients, but it's such a nice night this weekend. Which is, I don't know if you guys know anything about Carabana, which is like there's a very big Caribbean community here in Toronto, and we have a festival that we put on. It's like a Labor Day parade, and like all weekend there's like parties, like soca jump ups and like reggae parties and all this stuff. So on Saturday I'm supposed to be going to a fete, which I have to get my outfit soon. I haven't even looked for my outfit and what I'm gonna wear. I wanted to do mass this year, but I didn't end up doing it. I didn't feel confident with my body to do it. Yeah. I'm not feeling. Yes. Yeah, man. Caravana, man. I didn't go out last year, of course, because I had my son in April. So meaning my son would have only been like 3 months old by the time Caravana rolled around. The year before that, what did I do? I didn't actually. I went to gay Caravana the year before that. I went to a gay party, and that was so much fun. I had a lot of fun there. Actually, I have to do a story time on this girl that I met. I met this trans girl, and oh my gosh. Let's just say that like that whole situation was such an episode. It like I met her there at that party, and I remember I was buying her drinks and we're like talking whatever. We exchanged numbers, but I was so drunk, so like I don't remember like fully. And then she called me like 2 years later, and like we were talking, and she's just on a different spectrum, and I had to like pretty much like block her so she couldn't call me anymore. Well, no, actually I didn't block her. I was like ignoring her calls just because she's more on the interesting spectrum. One day I'll do like a story time because it's really funny because she claims to be a psychic and like, oh god, yeah, I can tell story. But yeah, I went to gay Caravana. It was so much fun, so much fun. Cause I have friends in the scene. Oh my gosh, woo! I almost fell. As you can see, I'm walking into my door backwards. That's a Jamaican superstition. That when you are walking into your house after 12 o'clock, to walk into your house backwards so that if there's any spirits that are outside of your home, they can't follow you into the house when you're facing them. It was so awkward. Like Okay, let me just get into it briefly. Okay, so what happened was she called me like one day randomly. I think it was like Victoria Day weekend, which we celebrate the Queen's birthday. So that's like sometime in like May, right? So she called me that weekend, and I was gonna go out, but like, cause lately, like, I like a lot of the people I used to like hang out with back in the day, like before I even had my son, I kind of distanced myself and like cut people off. So like, I don't really have like a lot of people I talk to at all, especially in my city. Like a lot, like the people that I hold near and dear, like they don't even live in Canada, and they're spiritual as well. So she calls me randomly, and she's just like, "Hey, like Tia," and I'm like, "Yeah, like what's going on?" She's like, "Oh, um, what's going on?" And and I'm like, she's like, "Oh, do you remember me?" Whatever, and I'm like, "No." And then I hung up the phone, and I was like, it like intuitively came to me. I'm like, I think this is the girl from that gay caravan party, but I doubt it because I'm like, how was she like gets called me 2 years like that was 2 years ago. So then she calls me back and she's like, "Oh, I remember exactly how I met you. I met you because of blah blah blah. Like I met you because of the Caravana party. If you ever have any suggestions for videos, can we rate you? Yes. I prefer that you put it in the comment box. That's usually what I like to do because then I go back to the comments and see. So we're talking on the phone, and then she was like going into what she does. So she's a working girl, aka she's an escort, and she's like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna like I kind of like tried to like dilute my title, but I'm like, oh, like like I'm just a spiritual advisor." And she's like, because like even though like of course amongst people that are into the psychic world, they know exactly what a spiritual advisor is, but some people like that are not really into that, they're not exactly sure. They're like, so what do you mean by that? Whatever. Oh wow, like that. She's like, I do readings too. So I'm like, oh really? And she's like, oh, do you want me to give you a reading? And it sounded like she was literally in her car, and I was like, I guess, or whatever. And she like starts scrambling through her bag. And literally, she starts to act like she's shuffling cards, but it literally sounded like she was stirring shit in her fucking bag. So then she asked me like, what do I want to ask? And I'm like, so she picked up these cards, and the first card she picked up was like, it was something like the Eight of Swords, the Devil card, and like the Seven of Pentacles. And she's like, what did she say? I think she said somebody's trying to kill you or something from those cards. And I was just like, depression, and they're worried about money. You know what I mean? Or they're worried about like something that they're waiting for something to come to pass to the point that it's keeping them stuck. Like that's something that I would say. If it gets really deep with these conversations of people like trying to kill people, and it just got too much, and it just got to the point where it's just like, yeah, like I'm just not gonna answer this girl's calls anymore. Like it was weird. Like I'll get into it more because the reason why I wanted to like, cause I was like maybe I should do it as a story time because I think that like I have a video on like how to spot inaccurate psychics. Like like I have a video on my page. So if you haven't watched it, is how to spot a psychic. If you look, it's a picture of like Sylvia Brown. And I feel like a lot of times that people that are actually readers, that are actually do good in this craft or actually care about their clients, are not looking just for a money grab. Like the stigma with being, scammers and stuff come for people like her or people like, that work or, like I call them gypsy psychics, which maybe is a derogatory term, but I call them gypsy psychics, which is like, for me, it's like a term that I use to like decipher a person that's really just in it for the money. Like they're in it for the grab. It's not really, they're really trying to help you or anything like that. Like, So, yeah, so that's what I was like, okay, maybe I should like tell the story time. Just to kind of reassure people, like, use your discernment, like, because Sometimes these psychics, of course, because you trust what they think, and they open up your energy that when you believe the negative that they tell you, it's like you start to manifest things in your life that really don't exist. Like you never had issues. Like for example, like a lot of us, you know what I mean, have probably is suffering from some kind of generational curse. But this doesn't necessarily mean it's affecting your life, you know? Like, you know, some people have real issues. Like there is people that are really out there doing shit, but there's a lot of people that don't really have anything really going on. It's just like you may have a jealous person that's sending you some negative energy, you know? Or maybe it's like some patterns or some choices that you've made that you just need to get away from. Woo! Yeah, not everything is an attack. That's like the other day. Okay, so I was doing some like candles. I just had to get my charger. I was doing some candles, and I've been doing candles a lot lately, like protection works and stuff like that. And like, you know, my parents, of course, like they've had some stuff around them that is not so positive. And you know, obviously if I'm going in doing work, like I'm breaking things off. So I didn't clean, I guess, like I can't say I guess. I didn't clean up my work after that properly because of course, like when I would do candles, I only have so much time because I have to take care of my son. So on the table, and I was just like, yo, like, is there somebody actually trying to do something? And I stopped and I'm like, okay, no, like I checked in with myself. I'm like, no, I'm fine. Like I feel good. Like shouldn't be anything. And like literally, like as I was going through it, I was like, my guys like told me like you need to clean the table. That's the problem. Like you like whatever you did, like there was energy there that was left there that needs to be cleaned. And as soon as I did the cleaning and like really prayed my room and did everything, like it went back to normal. And I was like, oh, you know, like so like not everything that you go through or anything that you see, especially in magic and stuff, necessarily means that it's an attack. You're going to deal with blowbacks. You're going to deal with you're manipulating energy and you're dealing with energy, especially like if you're trying to do a positive thing and there may be obstacles in the way. You know what I mean? Like you're going to probably face some opposition to get to your goal. You know what I mean? But it's not like a life death situation. Yeah, it's so annoying. Oh, is it ever? Alright, people, I'm currently on. Oh. What is? I really do hope and pray that you start teaching lessons because I want to do candles. Yeah, I'll see. Like at the same time too, like I only really got back into I hadn't done candles in a long time. And I really started to do candles because there was like a specific situation that I kind of had to like tackle. And that's the reason why I did it. I'm sorry, there's like a pimple on my forehead that I see that's just annoying me. I'm telling you, once you have kids, like your whole skin, your whole everything changes. And that's how I got into it. So I'm still praying on if that's something that I need to still. How can I get a when and how can I get a reading? Well, Gemini, if you actually look at my one of my videos, it's going to No, I can't type it. Okay, so Gemini 86, go to one of my older videos and like look in the description box. There's my. Okay, where was I? I want to, like, I do want to get into teaching, but I feel like if I'm gonna do that, like, I want to give my all, especially if I have clients that are paying me. And I definitely would feel like I would need to find a way to kind of develop some kind of curriculum so that I am tackling every like topic, and I don't necessarily feel like I give tips, like I would tell people tips and stuff, but I don't think I'm in the place that I could really like construct something that's more like structure or provide a structure for people that they can follow. And until I could do that, because I need to just bring more structure into my life in general, because you know the first year of having a kid is kind of difficult, especially when you don't have that much help. Like I do get some help from my parents, but like they have work and my parents work nights, and you know it's not like I can like dump my kid on them in the daytime when they need to be sleeping. So that's something that I'm trying to work on too, because I'm trying to get Ocean into daycare, um, so that like you know I have a little bit more time to like do things like that. Oh, the Ace family. I've heard of them. Who are they? Like, how do they know Kylie Jenner? That's what I want to know. I seen like Kylie Jenner was at their like baby shower and stuff like that. Like, how do they know those people? Let me look them up. The Ace family. I think I've seen them. Ooh, the opposite sex. Something that I haven't had in a long time. Oh wow, they're pretty big. They have 10 million subscribers. I don't know. Like I'm a YouTuber, but I'm not so big on this whole like family vlogging shit. I actually know I'm pretty cool with a family vlogger. That was, and I feel like it just destroys family. Is there an omen of any kind that you encounter in your total spirit animal life? Mine's an owl. I encountered once, twice recently, and I haven't seen them since then. Catherine, the mom? She was a former escort? You lie. That's some hot tea. Let me see. It's too bad I really like them. They're users. They have a huge back. We have a huge backlog. We try to, of people try to expose them. Their videos. Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. All my pictures with the like they're being old these commercials now. Hello? Okay, I don't know. I feel like some of the stuff they do, obviously I'm not watching all their content, but there's a lot of fake stuff going on there. Yeah, they have a way to them where they're a little bit like dubious. Oh, okay, yeah. But like at the same time, it's like you know what? It's like I can't really judge them on whatever. Not everyday life is entertaining. So, yeah. But I could believe that the The mother was an escort. I could believe that. I don't know. I don't think she's like technically like that flipping tricks like a girl that was sitting up in, pent up in a hotel and have like. Absolutely, absolutely. Do. It's getting. What time is it now? It's 3:25. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up soon. Any five? Oh, thank you, Vanny. Did I ever watch your video? Did you say? Okay. I hope and pray you. Okay. Then you say. Oh, thank you, Vanny. That was so sweet. I needed to hear that, man. I did. Sometimes I just don't feel like I'm doing enough. Like I'm like, ugh. Like am I reaching people? Like they understand this craft? Am I being, But I guess that never stops, because shit, even Beyonce thinks that way, goddamn. And she's Beyonce, you know? So, yeah. So I'm gonna wrap it up soon. So any final questions? Actually, you know what? I'm in a little bit of a nice mood tonight. Since I have only 11 people in here, I'll answer one psychic question for each person in this room. Let's keep it not general. Like, don't be like, what do you see coming up for me in the next 3 months? Like, that's like too big. Like, have a specific question. So on the count of 5, you guys think of the question you want to ask me. And, I'm not going to do it, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Post your question. All of a sudden, more people said, will I get a new job soon? I feel, okay, with Mary, what I sense when it comes to you getting a new job, I feel like right now that it's like you haven't really been, you've been looking a little bit, but I feel like, I don't know why I feel like you may be waiting on a response from somewhere. But I'm actually getting something like the next 2 to 3. So I guess it could be within the next 2 to 3 months, because it feels like it's in the last quarter. Let's see. And then Jamaican gal Tisha. Okay. Will you find a husband? I get the number 3. So I feel like whoever this person is or marriage will be on the horizon for you within the next 3 years. Doesn't mean like you're going to meet the guy in the next 3 years. It just feels like the marriage is taking place within the next 3 years. I'm working on an invention, so you think it'll take off? I think that it would be really good. I just definitely feel that you need to do a lot of research when it comes to the invention itself. So exactly what forms would you be able to put it on? Exactly where would you look for investors? As well as make sure you have a certain patent. Those are things that I feel like you need to be diligent on, because I feel like if you don't get the background work done, it could actually hit a head where it feels like things are not going anywhere, or it could be a project that could be abandoned very easily. So I feel like all the background work needs to be done. But I definitely feel like it will. I see like an older Spanish man, not that much older, that would be an investor. I haven't tried to, will it go well? Yes. Yes. I don't know, I feel like a retail job coming up for you. Will I be able to improve my spiritual abilities? Yes. They feel like they're already working themselves out right now. Like they're opening up a little bit more. Keisha, am I a psychic or just an empath? You're very strongly empathic, but you do have some clairvoyant abilities. Your strongest abilities, I feel like they come in dreams. Will I have a healthy pregnancy and delivery? Oh, I didn't see her. Sorry, Eric. Hold on, let me go back. Will I have a healthy pregnancy and delivery? I feel like your pregnancy is going to be really good. I feel like towards the last trimester, things will be okay. I think be very mindful of not getting like, what's it called? Just the diabetes, pregnancy diabetes. I think you need to be very careful with that. But I'm also hearing that you need to walk a lot. His question. Eric, I didn't see your question. Your question's not here. Okay, let me go back. Boral Snow. What seems to be my purpose in this lifetime? That's a really broad question. Like I would need to really tap into your energy for that. Okay, so ask another question. Is there anything specific, say, expedited you want to do at this time? I would say continuously, like, start looking for the avenues of what you need to do in order to attain your goal. But from here on out, as long as the candle is burning, just keep saying the same petition prayer over and over again. Will I find love or be in my first serious relationship? Yes, I get a number 2. You should meet somebody by February. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I need to get my nails done. Yes, you will. You definitely will. Well, I feel like eventually there's gonna be a job that has to come with publishing that I feel like is gonna require you to travel. Like I feel like you most likely be working for a publishing company where it's like I feel like they have 3 major headquarters. You told me 3 before. Oh, did I? Yeah. What the heck is... Okay, I'm sorry. I need to stop zooming on a pimple. Ew. You're welcome. You're most welcome, Boral Snow. I know I'm saying it wrong, but whatever. I'm sorry. I'm butchering that name. Oh, I did. Love you so much. May God bless you today and always. Amen. Oh, thank you. You call me Snow. It's not a weird name. I like different names. I just can't say it properly. And they just sound like, I don't have the best enunciation sometimes. And it just sounds like I'm just like, bro. I'm like, oh, poor thing. I'm just like butchering that person's name. Alright, guys. Looks like it's my time to go. So I do want to thank you guys so much for your time and rocking with me. I feel like I'm closing my videos. So may God bless you guys and the angels protect you. Good night, lovelies. Night, night, night. We shall do it again. I had fun. Night, guys.